Hello everyone, greetings from TCC. So after writing the code for add to cart button, now we'll code for the whole shopping cart, like viewing the shopping cart. So basically we need one more page here, okay, to view the cart, and how to design it, that's what we are going to discuss. So I have divided this part of view cart into three parts. So this is part 1, where we will learn that what controls goes on view cart, and then in part 2 and part 3 we'll try to complete the whole code for the view cart. So let's start by adding one more page. So come here, then right click on the master page, say add content page, and let's rename it quickly. This is web form 10. Rename it to view cart.aspx, and then let's come here. So what all controls we need? Of course everything has to be placed in center, so let me put the center tag first so that everything get enclosed within this and everything get placed properly in the center tag. So the very first thing we require here is the label, okay, which should be like label some LBL title, something like that, okay, and the text on it will be like your shopping cart. We could have written this directly, but using the ASP.NET control, label control, we can beautify it also, okay, from here, like changing the font size, font colors and font style later on. So this is what we need first, and then we need some break tag so that there should be some decent gap. After that we need grid view. So grid view is again one of the advanced control given by Microsoft people, okay. So this is like a table where we can bind the data with the grid view, and that data will be visible to the user through grid view. So I hope you all remember like what we did for the add to cart section. When we click on add to cart, that product details get added to the cart and we store that cart in the session object. And now we'll try to bind it, that session like we will try to fetch the cart object from the session object, and then we'll try to bind it with the grid view. That's what we want to do it, okay. So now just leave it like this only. We will cover that part in the next video. After that we need one more label here, okay, and then this should be like LBL total, okay. The text will remain blank. Again, we can do the formatting later on according to your need. I hope you all are familiar with this, like formatting it. You can just simply choose the control, open the property window and do the styling, okay, font bold, font italic if you want to, like that, okay. And why we purposely taking it as a control again here, because we want the text should come here dynamically, okay, because whichever product user will add to the cart, accordingly the total should get visible on this page at the end, that this is the total amount, okay. So for that we have taken this control and dynamically will display the text on it. Then after that we can have one more label, okay. You can have a gap in between, of course we can place a break tag here. So now this will be like label payment option, okay. So text will be like choose the payment option. This is what we want to display, okay. And then later after that let's enter. So the payment option we have to give the options, okay. So we'll be using radio button here. So let's search for the radio buttons. We at least need 3 radio buttons, okay. You can customize according to your need, of course. So let's take a radio button here, copy and then paste and then paste. Okay, so we have 3 radio buttons with the ID. Let's change it to RDB. Let's go it like for like first radio button will be like to choose it like COD, like cash on delivery, and then second RDB debit card DC, and then third radio button for RDB CC. Okay, so this other ID has been changed. Now we can change the other properties also, like what text will be getting displayed with this radio button. So if we choose the first one, okay, come here in the property section, okay, and then search for the property called text. Okay, so it will be like cash on delivery. Okay, then similarly we can just copy and paste this property here and modify it. So in the second option it should be debit card, and then last one should be credit card. Okay, and of course we want that only one option should get selected out of this 3 radio buttons. So we have to form a group here. We have to make them fall into one group so that only one option should get selected. How to do that? Okay, select the first radio button and search for the property called something called group name. Okay, so this is a group name. Okay, and you can give any name here, but just remember whatever, like whichever group name you decide here. Okay, give the same group name to every radio button so that they should belong to same group, and while running only one particular option will get selected out of that group. Okay, so this is what I'm giving here. Payment, copy, coming here on the second radio button, same, then, and on the third. Okay, so basically now these 3 radio buttons belongs to same group, and these are the IDs and these are the text which will be getting displayed. So a user will accordingly choose whichever option he or she is comfortable with, the cash on delivery or debit card or credit card. Okay, we'll see later on like what we are supposed to do with these options and what will happen later on, but this is what we are doing here. We are just designing the view card page. Okay, so in this part 1 we are just dealing with like what controls have been placed on the view card, and later on and at the last we need only one button. Okay, that is something called BTN. Let's change the ID to BTN place order. Okay, and the text will be place the order. Okay, we can change the CSS class. We already have it. CSS class equal to button, so that it should also appear in the green color, big size. Okay, so we haven't bind any function or event with this file, so let's verify. Let's view it in the browser and you will see that how the controls have been placed. Of course grid view will appear empty because we haven't done any binding here. Okay, so this is how it will work. So it is like giving us a title. Okay, as I said, this is a label so that you can modify it later on. Modify in the sense means beautify it. Okay, make the size of the font bigger, change the color, change the style, and etc etc. Okay, through the property window, and then in between the cart will be visible, and then the options are like choose payment options are coming. Even you can place this on separate line by using the break tag, and then finally place the order. So let me do it quickly for you all. So if this is the label title, and then we can go ahead here and we can with font size will be like something extra large, and font should be bold enough. Then faux color of the font should be like in blue. Okay, something like that. Done. So we are done with this label. Okay, and of course total will come up later on. Okay, let's use this break tag properly and place it after every control, so that it should appear in the next line. Okay, let's save this and let's refresh this page. So this is what we wanted to achieve. Okay, so now in between the cart will be visible the moment we bind the cart object with the grid view. Okay, so that's it from this part. Thank you so much. Stay tuned.
That's all guys from this video. If you really like this video, press like button and do subscribe to our channel. If any queries or suggestions, do comment below. For more such updates, follow us on Instagram and Facebook.